Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 225. I hope you guys had a good day, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. Time is currently, but yeah, today plans will be same as usual. So I'm gonna get up now and get ready. But today I do have legs, so that's not really exciting. But you know what? I do like legs some days, so yeah, let's just get up and see how the day goes. But that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, the time is currently almost 7 o'clock. So it is a bit later than usual because I've been on the toilet constipated. Now I'm not sure why exactly, and I know you guys don't want to know, but I have been eating double my fiber lately, so it should be flowing out like nothing, but it has been just stuck there. So I'm not sure, maybe that's just too much fiber that I introduced to my body at once from all the pasta or something else, but definitely yeah, a lot of bloating and shit, so definitely wasn't ideal, and that's probably why I didn't want to also go to the gym today to do legs because that definitely won't end well. But I did have some success, so I think I should be good now. That being said, today I want to talk about what is one thing we could do to be more productive. Now, there's one thing I had done for the past year or so that has increased my productivity and minimized procrastination. And a lot of the times we think we are not unproductive because we are lazy or we are procrastinating, but those are only the symptoms, right? There's a root there's a root cause as to why we are not performing well. There's a reason why we are procrastinating. And although this thing may or may not fully solve the root problem, it simply will make you realize what your root problem is if you're having trouble finding it. And by implementing this, just one simple thing that will take you less than, honestly, 2 minutes to do a day, you're gonna be productive either way. I'm not gonna say undoubtedly because nothing is for certain, right? But it definitely will increase your productivity in some way, shape, or form. So stay tuned for that. But at the moment, I am going to head to the gym, and hopefully today I can increase my squats because that is something I have been planning to do. But of course, my foot is not feeling the best. But hey, sometimes we just have to be less cautious about the foot, about the injury, and just be more mindful in the present and just push away. So, that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is that time 9:40. Just came back from the gym, and I could say today went absolutely amazing. Like I said, after I stopped worrying about my foot so much, I managed to push myself harder. So that is amazing. And I think the issue was that I was trying to be perfect all the time with my form also. So it definitely didn't help me paying more attention to my foot injury. But guys, that being said, I want to talk about this one thing that has changed my productivity game. Now, first and foremost, I think if we control our mind, then there's nothing that we cannot achieve. If we control our mind, then we won't be procrastinating, we won't be pushing things aside, and we definitely will be staying focused if we say that to our mind. So, having lost our productivity, being unproductive, and being procrastinating is a root problem that dives deep within us. And the things you see, like these quick fixes, may help momentarily, but if you don't understand why you procrastinate in the first place, then you'll never fix the root problem. But obviously, today we are not trying to dive into your psychology because, quite frankly, I don't know too much about psychology. All I know and all I believe is that if you control your mind, everything is goddamn possible. But there's one thing and it'll be much easier to show you guys is to absolutely get all this shit off the desk. All right, some of us and most of us will have our laptop open, we'll have a journal here, and then we'll have like books and little snacks there on the side, and most devastating, our phone just not even flipped over but just like flipped flipped upright. So we are constantly distracted with all these cues. Right? You have your books, you have your snacks, you have your laptop, your book, your phone. So tell me, how do you think you're going to stay focused? Because you're going to pay attention to all of them to some degree. Right? You can't just ignore what's in front of you. It is very hard to ignore what's in front of you. So a lot of us are unproductive. A lot of us are procrastinating. It's because we give ourselves a reason to procrastinate. We give ourselves a reason to be distracted. If, for say, we remove everything here and we only have a notebook open, what does that mean to you? That means we are only doing notes. We are only doing notes until that gets done, right? Nothing else here is important because they aren't there anymore, right? They are either tucked away or thrown out of the room. But the main thing is we gotta have this shit off the desk if you want to stay productive, because you just simply can't stay focused like this. I can't stay focused like this because when a difficulty come across, when I'm faced with a roadblock, when a challenge comes into my mind, I'll distract myself and try to find something else to do. I'll check my phone. I may even snack. I may even read a book to release that tension, to release that stress. Right? It's a form of escape to face what is in front of you. It's a form of escape to face the task in front of you. So by minimizing the things in front of you, not only are you avoiding the chance of you being procrastinating or avoid the chance of you being unproductive, it also will increase your focus tenfold because you are forced in a way to do the task in front of you. Now, I say this is a quick fix because honestly, it is a quick fix. And a lot of us, although can't deal with our emotions when we have nothing to distract ourselves, which is why we have all these things lying on the desk. Now, this should represent something about your personality too, right? If you have a bad diet, if you have a crowded work table, if your room is messy, if you don't fold your clothes, etc., they all represent you as a person. You see, these subtle cues are not just there for no reason. Right? Your desk is messy not because it's messy, but because you have an underlying root problem that you haven't yet figured out. But you haven't yet figured it out because you didn't want to face it. And for a long time, guys, through my addictions, right, porn addiction, drug addiction, and all these negative self-talk of me thinking I'm not good enough, I didn't want to face that root problem. And I haven't been facing them when I was going through my addiction. It wasn't until only that I sat down and faced my mind and had a heart-to-heart talk with myself that I realized, David, you're doing these things not because you actually want to get high, not because you actually want to waste your energy and bust off to some pixels on the screen, but you have a deep problem, right? Perhaps you're lonely, perhaps you have a lack of purpose, right? There's all these reasons like trauma, etc., that play a role into why we do things. And having a crowded work table is just one of them. But having this quick fix and having this productivity boost is to just clear everything off the table, right? Clear everything that is distracting you and is robbing you of your focus. Now, this also ain't gonna be easy, right? If you're constantly distracted by these cues, then it's not easy to get rid of them, right? Your mind's gonna be racing, and most likely, it may also, just slightly, it may also be counterproductive because sometimes we have a lot of thoughts, and if you aren't someone who has control over their mind, then having all these thoughts hit you at once may overwhelm you, may bring you more stress, may give you more anxiety. But the truth is, you have to face your thoughts sooner or later. It is inevitable. So sometimes we just have to go through this cycle. Of course, there's a much easier way and a more healthier way to do this, and that is to find the root problem. That is to find your why. Right? Maybe your trauma. Maybe you have gone through some shit as a kid. Maybe right now you're going through some shit. Right? There's always a reason as to why we do things in life, but don't always take the external factors as your root cause, as the why you're procrastinating, as why you're lazy, because those are just negative self-talk, negative perceptions of ourselves that we reinforce onto us. So they don't help us fix the problem because they only make us think we are less than ourselves. But guys, if you have control over your mind, then anything can go away. You can be productive, you can be wealthy, you can be successful, you can be happy. You just have to have control over your mind. And how can you do that? It's to find out your root problem. And this is also how you can do that and what you can do to help you reach that goal. That being said, I'm going to have some delicious chicken breast and oats now. So
I'm gonna go do that now, and definitely before I go, I'm gonna clean all this shit off my desk because this, honestly, guys, this isn't even crazy. I just spent 2 minutes grabbing some random shit and put on my desk, and a lot of us are worse than this. Hey, I was worse than this, right? I used to have so much shit on my desk, and honestly, guys, I don't know how I live my life, but I'm just grateful that I managed to clean my mind because yeah, that shit is toxic. That being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is 1:43. So, just finished some work. I completed one more automated content, and that means I still have one more left to go for my other channel. But I'm gonna have some food now and have a break because that kind of did go over time. I was kind of, I guess, focusing on other things too much that I kind of lost track of time. So I'm gonna have this meal, which is going to be chicken and kale. Something different because I ran out of beef and I can't be bothered cooking up the beef to put on top because I bought beef mince this time because I'm losing my voice because sardines, funny enough, don't have actually that much fat. So the salmon usually has a lot of fat, but now if I eat the lean beef with the lean sardines, I'm not really getting enough healthy fats. So I substituted the lean beef for ground beef, right? So there's gonna be more fat to kind of counterbalance out that. But that being said, I'm gonna have this now, and after that, I'll probably just do some more work on AI content. I'm gonna perhaps write another storyline, create some pictures, and I may or may not edit the video depending on the time. But after that, I'll just head right into reading some books and just gain some more knowledge about life and just everything else in general, guys. Because doing the work is one thing, but then you always have to educate yourself. Whether you're getting a degree, whether you're just educating about, I don't know, flowers or something, right? Always educate yourself. If you want to be better than yesterday, you have to constantly improve. Don't think that you know everything, and certainly I know absolutely nothing yet. So always be hunger for education, always be hunger for knowledge is the key, guys. It's the key to success, it's the key to everything. Love, relationship, everything, guys. Happiness. Always have more knowledge about life. That being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is that time of the day, and we are finishing today at 7:10. So, after I stopped recording, I went ahead and did some more AI content. I didn't edit the video, I was just sourcing the script and sourcing the pictures, and I'll probably edit tomorrow. And after that, I did some reading and I came across this concept that we should be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Now, this wasn't a new idea to me. I heard of this concept before, but what I found interesting, it was this guy in a book. Apparently, he's like a linguist, right? He can speak many languages. Not sure the exact name because quite honestly, I don't have that type of memory. But basically, one of his techniques was to tally up how many failures and how many mistakes he get. Right. So basically, instead of going into his day to avoid the mistakes and failures, he actually goes into his day trying to seek the mistakes. And according to him, and according to the author Adam Grant, which is apparently a psychologist, doing that may actually lead to less mistakes because you're, first of all, getting your reps in right. So you're pretty much practicing what you want to get better at. And that way, you're going to minimize the mistakes later on. But what a lot of people do, the opposite, is that they practice a lot at home, right? They educate themselves, they try to get ready before they put themselves out there. And obviously, the seek for perfectionism, the seek to be ready, ends up leading to more failure because at the end of the day, you're going to have to practice your skills in reality, right? You still have to get your reps in. So basically, the concept means is to get your reps in earlier, no matter if you fail or not. And that's what they are trying to say by getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because eventually, you're going to have to do it either way. So if you can muster up the courage to do it now and to be shameless to practice and fail many times over, then you can get better faster and sooner than the person trying to be ready. Because life is, you're not going to be ready. I wasn't ready to create this channel. I wasn't ready to set out this path of entrepreneurship. I wasn't ready for a lot of things in life. And I am still not ready for a lot of more things in life. And quite frankly, I have kind of backed out on not being comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because the thing is, guys, it is really a hard thing to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, which is why it is also an advantage if you can put yourself out there, if you can go out every single day and try to gain more failures, trying to gain more mistakes than victories, because it is about getting your repetitions in that is most important at the end of the day. So it was definitely a good 50-page reading. And obviously there was a lot more that covered in the book, but I think today from my reading takeaway, that tactic, that idea definitely is something I may have to implement. Matter of fact, I am going to implement that because I think the idea of going into a day to seek for more mistakes is definitely an ambitious goal that a lot of people don't want to do. And that is the thing that is keeping a lot of people back from reaching their potential. But that being said, tonight I'll be having some more pasta and beef and sardines. Quite honestly, right now I am starving, and it is quite weird, guys, because yesterday I was bloated as hell. I was not hungry, but I was eating the same amount of food, and now today all of a sudden I'm like starving right now. Maybe because I have been blasting the AC for most of the day, and that kind of led me to be more hungrier. I'm not sure if that's a real thing or just I'm just mentally messing with myself right now. But either way, I am pretty excited and down to eat some delicious pasta. And after that, I'll just get right into some more work because, hey, the day is not finished, but YouTube, it definitely sure is. That being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I do hope you guys have learned something from this because I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. Good night.